In the Hindu tradition, no sacred ritual or new venture begins without first invoking his name. This is Lord Ganesha, the deity recognized globally as the remover of obstacles. He is the herald of peace and auspicious starts, yet his mythological origin is defined by a shocking sequence of bloodshed, betrayal, and literal decapitation. He holds the supreme title of Prathampujya, the first worshipped, a status that places him at the very threshold of every spiritual undertaking. Every detail of this violent birth, from the substances used to create his body to the strike of the trident, functions as a deliberate cosmic setup for a hidden purpose. The story begins on Mount Kailash. Goddess Parvati, seeking absolute privacy while she bathed, required a guardian who would permit no intrusions into her domain. She first tasked Nandi the bull with guarding the entrance, but when her husband, Lord Shiva, returned, Nandi allowed him to pass. His ultimate allegiance belonged to Shiva, rendering him ineffective for Parvati's specific need for solitude. Feeling vulnerable, Parvati desired a protector whose loyalty was undivided, someone whose existence was tied exclusively to her. She molded turmeric paste from her body into a young boy, infusing the figure with divine consciousness to bring him to life. She appointed this new son as her personal protector, giving him a single, uncompromising command: stand at the door and let absolutely no one enter. Parvati had created a guardian of absolute loyalty, an immovable object built to prioritize her instructions above all other celestial authority. When Lord Shiva returned from years of deep meditation, he expected to enter his home freely, unaware that a new guardian had been stationed at the threshold. He was met by a fiercely loyal boy who refused to yield. This strange child, following his mother's orders, blocked the supreme lord of destruction from his own domain. A fierce battle ensued. Shiva's entire celestial army, the Ganas, were deflected by the boy's shocking defensive power, unable to breach the entrance. In a surge of divine fury, Shiva intervened directly. He struck the boy down with his trident, severing his head, ending the confrontation. This strike immediately shattered the cosmic balance, turning a domestic dispute into a catastrophe that threatened the stability of the entire universe. Discovering the decapitation, Parvati's grief transformed into an all-consuming rage. She took the form of the dark goddess Kali, threatening to dissolve all of creation. She issued an ultimatum. The universe would be spared if her son was restored to life, and granted the status of being worshipped before all other gods. To restore order, Shiva dispatched his followers to the north with instructions to bring back the head of the first living creature they encountered. They returned with the head of a majestic elephant. Shiva affixed it to the boy's body and breathed life back into him, reviving Ganesha in his now iconic form. Shiva officially named him Ganesha, Lord of the Ganas, and decreed he must be invoked first in every ritual, journey, or endeavor to ensure success. The cosmic crisis was averted, but the resulting hybrid form of the god points to a meaning that goes beyond the surface of the myth. To understand Ganesha's role, we have to look at how the physical components of this story correspond to a specific internal transformation. The turmeric boy represents the human ego, rooted in physical identity. Shiva's trident strike represents the destruction of that ego, a cosmic initiation shattering ignorance. The replacement elephant head symbolizes the awakening of spiritual intelligence, representing vast memory, discernment, and higher truth. Ganesha's final form acts as visual evidence of a spiritual law. Divine wisdom only becomes accessible once the original, ego-bound identity has been removed. These metaphysical lessons apply directly to our ambitions and the obstacles we encounter daily. Invoking Ganesha first recognizes that before overcoming external hurdles in business or travel, we must first address the internal obstacle of our own ego. Ganesha represents the successful synthesis of earthly action and expansive awareness, the point where intellect and humility precede all effort. We bow to Ganesha as a reminder of a difficult truth. Every significant beginning requires us to move past who we used to be.